Okay, so before we actually get started with this, I intentionally bought this fishing rod to go ahead and showcase this does not work. Now, I know it's a little funny because it's like, well, everybody should know this. We have a fishing event that's currently out, and the diamond fishing rod, the golden fishing rod, are not gonna work in this event. Everything is shown on the Big Games blog, which you can find in the comments down in the comments below. That way you can go ahead and see which ones are going to work, and if worst case scenario, most of the good fishing rods are going to be in the new chest. So honestly, just be careful out there because you don't want to go ahead and buy a fishing rod for 100 million gems and it is not gonna work. So let's go ahead and get started with today's video and let's start fishing. Alright, so Big Games has a new update and it's an event. This one's actually pretty solid considering that we're just here fishing on rafts and we can actually go ahead and explore. Now this is a little different compared to the Pets Go version of it because obviously in the Pets Go version it is a permanent world, but you're not really able to move all that much. You have a pot which is your dedicated little area for fishing, but for this one specifically, you can actually buy a boat, you can go ahead and go fishing, you can get little pets, and I've even seen some people ride on it, and I was so confused seeing people actually physically ride on Krakens. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, number one is your main goal is to get to level 10. If you want to go ahead and just AFK and just chill and not really worry about too much stuff by like manually doing work, you have to get to level 10. Once you do that, you're able to unlock obviously the level 10 rods, and then obviously you're able to unlock the AFK mode. Oh my god, what just happened? We just reset. What just happened? Oh, okay. Alright, well this is the most optimal way you guys can go ahead and fish. Now I know we did jump up just by a little bit considering that I was level 2 and now I'm level 6. Now, what I do is I just kind of chill around the level 10 area. There is no level difference from what I've noticed so far if you go to like the Haunted Hollow or the Scorchy Shore. All I notice is that the bobber literally takes like so much more longer than it should, just for the same type of pets. Now, this is going to be based off of the rod and I assume your level itself. And from what I've seen so far, sometimes you'll randomly get like scrolls, and I know the whirlpools actually do spawn, but they're very rare from what I've seen so far. I think my favorite part of this whole thing is honestly picking up one of your pets from your inventory and just holding it. So I'm gonna actually attempt to, oh my god! Okay, well, I'm gonna attempt to actually grab one of my pets to go ahead and show. Here we go. This is my alien octopus. It weighs 628 kilograms. Dude, this is a big fish. I don't know where he came from, but he came in this one little zone over here. Oh no, I think we actually might be stuck. So if this ever happens, you can literally just return to the main island, respawn your boat, because I do notice sometimes your character will literally not want to actually go to the island by swimming. So if that ever happens, just go ahead and hit home. Okay, now we can go ahead and just chill here. And the cool part is you don't necessarily need to be on the island itself to actually fish. You can just fish on your boat. All right, so the fishing rod that I'm currently using is just the sturdy fishing rod. Why you do this to me? Oh my god, no! No! Oh my god! Am I ready to do this, man? I want to ride on a Kraken, dude. This is Bob. Come on. Okay, I don't know what happened. My finger slipped. I don't know what happened, but something happened. Oh my gosh, dude, look how fast this is. Oh my gosh, dude, this thing is hugely fast. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're going to Scorchy Shore because that's where Bob is, and he's kind of just leading me there over there. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go ahead and look over here real quick because this is where like the cool stuff is at. 2,000. What happens if I were to buy something here exactly, right? So I got a rainbow leafy seahorse. Now, you are going to pay attention to your fishing luck, right? So the luck that you get is based off of your pets. Now, obviously your event pets that are strictly here are going to be the best ones so far, and the fishing streak. This is important because if you fail once, this gets reset. So when you are doing this, try to pay attention to what you're doing as much as possible, at least until you get to the auto one. Okay, so I think right now we're still chilling on the actual stuff right here. So we don't have any boosts that will help us out from what I know right now. Do I really want to sell him? Yeah, we're gonna have to sell him. We need money. There's chests that you can get. Now, I'm kind of curious as to how you get those, whether it's from fishing or if it's from just directly the whirlpools, but we'll see. Level 25. Look at this. 25% fishing luck, 1.5%. Ooh, look at that. The hook speed is faster. The reel speed is faster. This is like really good. All right, let's go ahead and sit on him again. Now let's go ahead and fish here real quick, just so you guys can visually see like, oh, well, I got like a huge pet in here basically. So see how the bobber is actually just, it's about the same, but you're gonna notice that little section, the little blue one, is actually taking longer. And that's mainly because we're over here. Now, if you have like the Kraken fishing rod, this might be a little different, but since I don't have it and I don't feel like spending 5 billion gems right now, I don't know. Okay, so we're almost there, just almost there. It's literally like a point a second. Like it's literally going up just by 1 second each. Okay, so we got a cosmic axolotl. This is like a fairly normal sized cosmic axolotl. Can you imagine having you and your friends play this and you're like, I got an average size like cosmic axolotl. He's not that big. That's crazy. All right, so the haunted hollow. It has the same stuff, obviously. And we're just gonna go back to the murky mire, actually, because we could just chill here, if anything. Dude, this is so funny, actually. This is actually so funny. I'm actually using this as a boat. I am so happy that Big Games actually added something like this. This is funny. We're just casually riding on a normal bob right now. So it looks like, I believe some people have tried doing an auto clicker on the bobber, and it doesn't necessarily work because it's not holding down anything, so I'm not sure how that would really work. I feel like maybe if you dedicate like maybe an hour of your time or so, like this should go by very quickly, and especially if you have the scrolls, which is definitely really, really good. The only problem is the scrolls are untradeable, so you can't go out and buy them and you cannot trade them. So I mean, it's a good and it's a bad thing. For those that really don't care if they're untradeable or not, like me, I find it to be more rewarding when it's made that way, if that makes sense. But if you are impatient, then yeah, that's probably not gonna be fun. Okay, so we reached level 8, so it doesn't take that long, to be honest. Holy cow, why did that one like zoom up all the way? Go little fishy, go little fishy, little fishy. Whoa, what the heck was that? Whoa, hold on, give me a second, guys. What the heck is this? What is that? That looks weird. Dude, look at that. I got a golden abyssal kraken, and he's got weird little fingers. Bro, what the heck is that, dude? I've never seen that before in my life. That was a weird looking kraken. That bob is weird. Okay, so we're at level 9, and you guys already see how quickly like the level itself is probably going up. I am not sure, based on the reset that they just did, if they kind of buffed it. Actually, they might have, because it feels like it's going by so much more faster, unless it's just my fishing rod. I don't know. It could be like a bunch of things right now. Okay, so we're almost there. We're almost there. I can't believe I'm still riding on a kraken, dude. This is like the craziest day of my life. This is so funny. All right, we're like 75% there, maybe even like 80% or 90. We're almost there, and we're gonna see how the auto works basically. Oh my gosh, now we're like 90% there, and then we're immediately gonna go buy a new fishing rod after this. Okay, we reached level 10. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Sorry, Bob. Okay, let's go, Bob. Oh my gosh, he is a land. Oh my gosh, dude. Okay, maybe he's not. All right, 4,000. We bought it. We're good. All right, let's go. I can't do that. No, I'm stuck. Why did I think that he could do this? Wait, I could do it. I could do it. If I'm gonna maneuver myself and believe, maybe I can. Okay, I can't do it. Oh my gosh, I'm like not doing too hot right now. Oh, there we go. All right, well, here we are. We have a new fishing rod. We have a stone fishing rod, but now we have an advantage. Now we can go ahead and AFK farm. So we're gonna see how this works. Okay, so it looks like based off of this, the game is going to automatically automatically recognize, but I'm kind of like hoping that the game isn't like, oh well, I'm gonna auto farm for you, but I'm also gonna be like faulty AI, if that makes sense, right? So it looks like it works just fine, and you don't have to worry about your fishing streak just magically going right. So it looks like everything is working just fine. Okay, so this is great, and this is basically it. So we're chilling now. But what I'm wondering is, are you able to freely move around after this? Let's move around. So we're moving, we're moving, we're moving, we're moving, we're moving, we're moving, we're moving. Okay, so the line does break after a while. So try not to move too much unless you're ready to move around. All right, so right now we are level 10, and this is honestly where I could just say like, chill around and see what happens. Okay, so after 15 minutes or so, I ended up getting to rank 16. Now, I did end up getting 3 fishing scrolls, which is amazing. I am gonna go ahead and use one of these. This one does last for 2 minutes. So of course, if you're really wanting to get more XP, I would use this right away. So it looks like, holy moly, do you see that jump? That was a big jump. Oh my god, dude. I went and noticed that I got an axolotl that weighs 432 pounds. Dude, this thing is like Titanic. Bro, I'm strong. Look at me. I'm picking up a pet that weighs... How much does this actually weigh if I were to convert it to pounds? Okay, dude, come on. This converts to basically 952 pounds, meaning that this thing weighs almost a ton. That's a ton, right? This is a ton. My fish. Okay, but the good news is I am finally level 21. I am gonna go ahead and sell all of my fish though, so say goodbye to the fat chunky boy. Okay, bye. I did get a lot of coins though, so that's really good. So what I am going to go ahead and do is go to the next area, because now we can go to the haunted hollow. Ooh! Oh my god, please. All right, let's... Oh my god. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. He knows how to swim, guys. He knows how to swim. He's a professional, okay? Dude, this is so much more faster than anything else right now. Oh my gosh. I'm sinking! Come on, Bob. Like, you're supposed to know how to swim. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and... Ooh, I could actually hatch a fish here. Oh my gosh, I almost bought all of it. I don't think that's smart to do, but I will spend maybe half. I'll spend half to get some extra boost. Now, make sure you guys are actually equipping your pets while you're here, and we'll go ahead and do that right now. Boom. That's 31, 37. But what if I were to put like a huge in there, right? If you put a huge jellyfish, what is this? Jellyfish axolotl? Wait, this is abyssal. I can't read. I need glasses. Oh my gosh. So now I have 38% like. I just don't care right now, okay? I just don't care. 52,000. Perfect. And let's go ahead and start fishing. All right, so this is the only way that you guys are going to be able to get these fishing rods for these dedicated zones. So in the very beginning of the video, you guys obviously saw that I purposely bought a diamond fishing rod, and you are not going to be able to use any of those in this area here. The ones that you are able to use are the ones that you are able to purchase inside of this event section. So remember, please be careful when you are out in the plaza buying stuff, especially when it comes to fishing rods. The only ones that you can buy that I know of is just the Kraken one as of right now. So make sure you're extra careful. Okay, so now we can go ahead and fish here. Now I don't have any additional scrolls, so we're just gonna have to chill with what we have right now. So level 21, our next mission is to get to Scorchy Shore, which isn't too far off. I mean, obviously we're not too far off, but this will take a hot second because I'm not using any scrolls, so it's gonna take just a little longer. I actually had to stop auto fishing for just a second just because I saw this ginormous thing spawn in front of me. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, not even joking. This thing just spawned in front of me. What the heck, dude? This weighs 1,036 kilograms. This is a chubby little baby. Oh my god, dude, this is huge. And I just get to ride with it. Oh my gosh, dude, that's awesome. Okay, that's cool. Okay, put it away. Get out of here. Get out of here. You just gotta go back into my pocket. Just go back into the pocket. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I went out and I actually bought a Kraken fishing rod just so I can go ahead and see what it does, if it's worth it. I spent 2 billion gems, probably a little bit more than I wanted to, but it's okay. Earlier, they were going for like 5 billion gems, so think of it as a 3 billion gem discount. I also did notice too, everybody is absolutely going crazy for the chests, and this is primarily for the boosts. That, and obviously you do have a chance of getting this as well, so if you buy these in bulk, you're gonna see a lot of them be sold for around 50 million and up. Dude, I can't, dude. We're over here trying to like hit each other on the boat. Like 25 minutes has finally passed by, so I can go ahead and explain what we've gotten while I'm trying to like beat up Elk on his boat, attempting to. So I was able to get a ton of fishing scrolls from this within like the 20-minute span. I ended up getting 10 of the experience points ones, 3 of the fishing luck, and I believe 2 or 3 of the speed. Now this is without a doubt the best way without getting like chests, or if you don't have any gems, or you don't want to go ahead and look for those whirlpool things, anything like that, and you don't have gems. This is probably the best way. Granted, I am assuming that this might be based off of your fishing, like your actual little fishing rods, so try to upgrade every single one. And here is a pro tip too, because this is really, really important for you guys as well. Now, usually how this works, and this is going off of the mining event, make sure that you get every single little rod, because it's going to scale off of it. Even if you have this rod here specifically, do it anyways. Upgrade, 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 which is what I'm gonna have to end up doing right now. I usually forget to do this because I instantly have like the best rod, but immediately you have to basically get every single thing previously so you can get the best thing possible. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure that I ended up buying every single one previously. Okay, so I already have the golden one, so we're gonna have to make a trip all the way to the shore over there to buy the other ones. Don't be me and forget, guys. Make sure you buy every single one. I always forget to do this. This even happened during the mining event. I'm like, why isn't my stuff working? And then I realized, oh wait, I didn't fully upgrade like my stuff. So let's go ahead and buy this one, and we're gonna go to the most recent fishing area, and I believe that one is going to be the most expensive, which is going to be around 1 million coins. So hopefully you guys end up getting really good things and save, 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 save. Holy cow, I can't see anything. Where's the island? Oh my gosh, it's all the way down there. Okay, so thank goodness for this thing. By the way, I didn't know this Kraken also gave you a buff for luck. Obviously, we're going like 1,000,000 miles an hour, but I did not know specifically this actually gives you a luck buff. What's that all the way over there? I actually don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to make a trip over there. Okay, so let's sell everything. Oh man, I'm just a little short. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take a look at this. So the emerald fishing rod is 1,100,000. So yeah, we don't have enough of this. I don't think it's, wait, is this mine? Is this a stranger one? Oh my god, I might have gotten on somebody else's. Dude, that was a stranger Kraken. Is this mine? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna take a look to see what the heck that is over there. It could just be like other things from like the map. Yeah, it is. Okay, I thought it was something like spooky and hidden, like, oh, you better go over here and find out what it is. All right, so now that we are basically at the final area, this is the last area it seems like. There's 5 sections that they mentioned. So the little tide over here, that's the first, second, third behind it, fourth, and the 5th section being the last. at least for this week. So what I am going to go ahead and do is go hatch some pets over here. And this is where everything is at, by the way. So if you want to go ahead and farm, like getting a huge or the active huges, you can go ahead and do that. I also want to be a little careful on how much I'm spending here, just because I want to get the next fishing rod. Actually, I don't care anymore. Okay, so I got some squids. Okay, so that is it. That's all the coins I can get for right now. And we're gonna go ahead and chill over here again. Hopefully this is mine. Okay, it is mine. All right, so if you are able to, and if you can't get the gems to do this, that's fine. If you end up getting the chests, you could either choose to sell or open them in getting a chance to get the fishing rod. But if you're able to get this as soon as you can. Of course, if the price is right. Then obviously what you're going to want to do is get every single rod previously. That way your scale is 100% at the most it can be. So right now I'm at 78.5% for luck. Obviously, if you have the scrolls, that's going to make everything so much more better. And then you're just going to AFK. That's literally it. Also, I just want to point out too, the autofish section here is slower than your manual, which is absolutely fine. You guys have to remember, this is primarily meant if you're like not at your computer or your device and you're going to sleep, or if you're doing something. Also, I did take notice in if you have a system where you auto click, I do notice that the auto clicker automatically cancels it out. So as you can tell, like it's canceling it out and it just stays there. So just be a little wary on that. There has to be some way of figuring this out at some point, but obviously as you can tell, it's actually just stuck now. So the heck, dude, that was a big stingray. Was that really big? Oh, it's a baby. Why is he so big for a baby? Why is he so big for a baby? What the heck? So I'm pretty sure there's going to be some sort of system in order to go ahead and just make sure you don't disconnect from the game, because obviously if you go AFK for more than 20 minutes, regardless if you have autofish on, it's still gonna kick you out. So those are the only things I could really say for this event. So far, it's actually really fun. The tidal waves though are, like I said before, they're pretty rare. Okay, that's right.